Two fighters who are perfect at what they do. Oscar Valdez, a pressure counter-puncher, and you've got Shakur Stevenson, who is practically unhittable. Our own Mark Kriegel traveled down the 5 freeway to San Diego to sit down with Oscar Valdez.
One punch can change your entire career. That's what we're seeing right now, a diminished fighter.
Did you see Miguel Berchelt's last fight?
It was a bit sad seeing him because, you know, we fought before and always wished him the best. And the fact that I seen him that way that night, you know, was very heartbreaking.
This is the only sport where that can happen, where you take something from a guy. And I'm wondering how that made you feel.
It made me feel bad for several reasons. One of the reasons was obviously the difficulty of this sport. You know, it's not like basketball, it's not like baseball. You know, you can lose in baseball, but you can always recover from the next season. You know, these are punches. These are you receiving shots to the head. You know, it's a dangerous sport.
Shakur Stevenson represents an entirely different style. But does that Berchelt fight have any relevance here?
It does because it's still boxing. It's still taking shots to the face. And Shakur's a way more defensive fighter, but anything can happen inside the ring.
What's your greatest advantage here?
My experience. I have more fights than him. I've been through a lot of fights, a lot of wars.
You have been to a place where Shakur has not been in his young career. Can you bring him there?
Yes, you find a way to get him there and you force him to get there. He might start questioning himself. Does he really want it? I fought with an injured hand, injured rib, broken jaw. I've been sent to the canvas. You know, there's been times where I've been exhausted and I thought I was gonna collapse because I'm so exhausted in the ring. You know, losing is not an option. That's the only thing in my mind. I have to continue going and going forward, and it just shows that I definitely got the heart for this.
Stylistically, strategically, Oscar Valdez understands there's really no comparing Stevenson and Berchelt. He understands that what he needs to do is apply the smartest kind of pressure. I grant you, it's difficult to imagine Shakur Stevenson in that place he refers to because we've never seen it before. One thing to bear in mind, by the way, Stevenson is not only bigger than Valdez, I think he's bigger than Berchelt.
You know what? I'm not gonna write off Oscar Valdez. I understand that Stevenson, he has all the skills in the world and the tools to beat Oscar Valdez. But the last time I wrote off Oscar Valdez, what did he do? Delivered a sensational knockout. Guess what? There is opportunities and there will be opportunities for him to land some hard shots on Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, if you go back and you watch the Nakatani fight, when he was in there and he was facing a guy that had punching power, he bagged up most of the night. That is what Valdez is going to have to do. He's going to have to press forward. He's going to have to let those hands go, and he's going to have to put fear in the young man and use his experience and take him deep and try to drown him.
And we've seen the evolution of Oscar Valdez's style. After those 3 wars against Genesis Cervania, Miguel Mariaga, and that broken jaw against Scott Quigg, he went to Eddie Reynoso and said, transform me into the fighter that he is today. Will that be enough against Shakur Stevenson? We'll all see on April 30th right here on ESPN.